All right, subpart D, Code Federal Regulation Part 236, FRA Department of Transportation, Title 49, subpart D, Part 236. 236.401, automatic block signal system with the interlocking standard that applicable to the traffic control system. 236.402, the signal controlled by the track circuit with the control operator, but the control circuit with the home signal with the aspect of the indication more favorable than the proceed of the restricted speed should be controlled by the track circuit proceeding through the entire block. Also, in addition, with the control point that they may be controlled by the control operator with the manually operated with the interlocking, so it should be controlled manually in cooperation with the controlling operator. 236.403, signal with the control point. Signal with the control point shall be interlocked with the aspect of the provided seed that cannot be displayed simultaneously with the conflicting movement and aspects except for the opposing signal, but the displayed aspect indication proceed with the restricted speed at the same time on the track with the switch movements only by one train at a time. 236.404, signals adjacent with the controlling point. Signal adjacent with the control point shall be interlocked with the aspect of the proceed with the track signal with the movement to be greater, with the restricted speed cannot be displayed simultaneously for conflicting movement. It's statute 236.405, track signal with the movement of the both directions, change with the direction with the traffic. On track signal with the movement of both directions, occupancy with the track opposing with the signal with the adjacent control points, but they shall prevent the change of the direction of the traffic, which was obtained with the time of the traffic that became occupied with except when the train having that on one control point with the reach of the section track immediately adjacent to the next control point, at which switching is performed in an aspect permitting the movement of the not exceeding the restricted point may be displayed for the occupied block. Statute 236.406, reserve 236.407, approach with the time locking when required. When a time approach or a time lock shall be provided with all the controlled signals when the route with the direction of the traffic can be changed. 236.408, route locking. Route locking shall be provided with the width where switches are provided operated with the route locking shall be effective with the first pair of wheels with the locomotive with the car passes the point no more than 13 feet with the dance with the signal governing with the movement measured from the center of the signal mast. If there is no mast, there is in the center of the signal. Statute 236.409 is reserved 236.410, locking hand-operated switches. Each of the hand-operated switch with the main track will be locked either electrically or mechanically in normal position, exempt where the train speed over the switch does not exceed 20 miles per hour, but the train is not permitted to clear of the main track, where the signals are provided with the governing of the train movement with the auxiliary track, the signal track on a single siding with the track. Independent and intermediate signals where the maximum authorized speed of the siding does not exceed 30 miles per hour. The approach for the time lock shall be provided with locking and may be released automatically by the controller operated with only after the controller circle with the signals governing the movement of the either direction over the switch of which display the aspect of the indication more favorably than proceed at the restricted speed than have them open directly to the showing of the track circuit. Where a signal is used with the loop of the electrical, mechanical locking government movements of the auxiliary to the signal, the track of the shall not display the aspects perceived that only after the circuit of the signal of the governing movement over the main track in either direction over the switch have been open either the approach of the locking signal or good switch of the unlocking unoccupied predetermined time interlocking time interval has expired. 236, 427, rules, interpretation, interlocking rule with instruction applicable to traffic control. The rules and instructions prescribed in statute 236, 327, 236, 328, 236, 330, and 236, 334, inclusive of the 236, 342, shall be applied with the traffic control system. Inspection type. Inspection and test 236.476 of the interlocking inspection testing applicable to the traffic control system. The inspection testing prescribed in statute 236.377, 236.380, inclusive, and are 236.382 and 383 and 386 shall apply with the traffic control system. Subpart E, automatic train stop traffic and train control cab signal system.